Hey everyone, welcome to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is my review of Arsenal 3, Dinamo Zagreb 0, and what a win it was. A fantastic way to actually get our first win in the month of November. It's been a very disappointing, a very frustrating month, but this performance as a whole was a breath of fresh air, and I do hope that going into these games, which we have to be winning against Norwich, Aston Villa and Sunderland, that this does spur me on with a little bit more confidence. It was a great win tonight, an emphatic win at that. It was great to see the team perform so well after a disappointing loss at the weekend, and it just fills me with a little bit more energy heading into these games. And more importantly, on the night we've opened up the Champions League to us, considering that it's been such a catastrophic campaign in the Champions League. If we're able to actually qualify from the group stage and get to the last 16, that will have been a remarkable achievement given how things have gone thus far. It's still an uphill task though. Getting a 2-0 win in Athens won't be easy, but Bayern Munich have done us a favour by beating Olympiakos by 4-0, so it's a very doable task. Won't be easy, but I have confidence that the side can go out there and at least take the game to Olympiakos and just see what happens on the night. It does set it up for a really grand game though, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. A few changes in the team tonight. Joel Campbell came back into the squad, which I think was a good inclusion. I didn't think Gibbs was all that convincing at left wing at the Hawthorns. And Campbell came in, and I think his performance was so heavily influenced by that of Hector Bellerin. Those two seemed to work really well together. Campbell made some really good runs. There was a moment in the game where he took the ball over a player, made a darting run forward, and he got a great assist towards the end of the game for Alexis Sanchez's goal. So I was really pleased with Campbell's performance. It was good to see him come back into the side. And although I don't think he's at the level to be consistently playing for Arsenal, for now, it's nice to know that we've got him as an option within the squad. Alexis Sanchez, Olivier Giroud and Mesut Ozil all kept their places within the side, linked up really well with one another. As Giroud had a fairly quiet game in my opinion. Ozil in behind, probably man of the match, apart from Alexis Sanchez who got the 2 goals. These two, Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil, were just mesmeric to watch. They had fantastic performances, and it was good to see that their performances were justified by the defence, which I felt was a lot more solid from that at the weekend. Mertesacker and Cazorla, these two players in particular, looked completely contrasting to the players that they were at the weekend. They performed so much better. Cazorla had a great game in my opinion. Had a great chance to score. It was a shame that he didn't get on the score sheet. Mertesacker looked a lot more commanding, but I would still like to see Gabriel get some game time sooner rather than later. But on the night, I'm pleased to see Mertesacker had a decent performance. Cech was very commanding in goal, had a couple of saves to make later on in the game, and it was good to see our fullbacks play really well. Bellerin and Monreal had 2 really good performances, as they tend to. And as well as that, the most notable inclusion in the squad, Mathieu Flamini in place of the injured Francis Coquelin. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, Flamini, and I do hope that he takes this chance when it comes to him, because I fear when Coquelin's back, chances will be few and far between for Flamini. Well, kind of as you would hope, but Flamini played well tonight in my opinion. I thought he had a decent game. Nothing spectacular. He doesn't have the same influence, the same impact on the game as Coquelin does. He doesn't dive in for challenges in the same way, but he's effective in the way that he performs. He's not attractive to watch. He is very clumsy at times, but he does stop the opposition from running through him, and he makes the opposition know that he's there in the midfield. So it was good to see him play like that. And if he performs like that on a consistent basis, then I'm not too concerned about the midfield situation. And another option for us is to play Callum Chambers in that role, and for the 10 minutes that he was on the pitch, in my opinion, was totally unconvincing. He was giving the ball away a lot, and he didn't look comfortable in himself in any way, shape or form. But let's get into the game itself. Dinamo Zagreb, for that opening 5-10 minute spell of the game, had us under the cosh a little bit, to use the term loosely. I thought they had a good couple of chances in on goal, but mainly their only real threat was from the corner, which they weren't doing anything from. They had about 3 corners in the space of 10 minutes, but nothing to really fear from that point of view. We did get our first goal through Mesut Ozil, a great goal. It was worked as well. It was a great finish by Mesut Ozil. Alexis Sanchez, who got 2 goals himself tonight, providing the cross into Mesut Ozil, who put it into the back of net, a header, which you wouldn't really associate with Ozil, so I was pleased for him to get on the score sheet. He had a mesmeric performance tonight. He was absolutely fantastic to watch. I was so pleased to see him put in yet another really good performance, and long may these continue, because he is almost head and shoulders our best player apart from Alexis Sanchez at this moment in time. But the team performed really well as a unit tonight, and that's what I was really pleased to see, because at the Hawthorns we didn't really work well as a team, but tonight it was a lot better, and I was pleased to see that. We got our second goal for Alexis Sanchez shortly after, and this was really good work by Nacho Monreal. He played some really good football down the left hand side of the pitch, playing it into Alexis Sanchez, who fumbled it into the back of net with a tidy finish past the Dinamo Zagreb keeper to make it 2-0, and we kind of shut up shop from there effectively. Going into the second half, we did get our third goal rather late on, because it was a lot of we passed the ball around quite a bit. We saw the inclusion of Aaron Ramsey into the side. We kind of sat back a little bit from Dinamo Zagreb, and we didn't really create anything clear cut on the Zagreb goal. But that was until Joel Campbell did an excellent assist into the path of Alexis Sanchez, who took it round the goalkeeper and fired it into the back of net for 3-0. That's 2 goals now for Alexis Sanchez, goals that he much much needed for his confidence. And yeah, it's good to see everyone perform so well on the night. I mean, it is only Dinamo Zagreb, let's not carry it away. A 3-0 win is going to do us good for our confidence. And we've got Norwich City next, who we should be beating, whether it's away from home or not. I do expect 3 points against Norwich, especially considering that we've dropped quite a few points in our past couple of fixtures in the league. But hopefully it's onwards and upwards from here. I have to put my faith in Flamini to do a good job in that central defensive midfield role. But if anything's to go on, then I have a little bit more faith restored in him. But yeah, like I say, a really good team performance tonight, and let's just hope we can get through these couple of months without Francis Coquelin in the side. And when Walcott, Chamberlain, etc. return to the team, then we've got some good options up top. But yeah, let's not get carried away. It is only Zagreb. We'll see how we perform against Norwich. Anyway, guys, those have been my thoughts on Arsenal's 3-0 win this evening against Dinamo Zagreb. Please do get your thoughts in the comments box below. Please do subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV if you are new to the channel. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. And as always, we'll be speaking to you very soon.